50 đến 0237. Have you been to the Art Museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit of a famous Paris theaters at the end of August. I saw it in Germany and really enjoyed it. I saw it too. Photographs was so fantastic. I agree that it already made everything more about photography. I decided to learn about camera and techniques for developing picture. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could you borrow the books after you finish with them? Have you been the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit a famous surprise so there throughout the end of August. I saw it in July and I really enjoyed it. I saw it too. Photography was so fascinating. I agree the exhibit already made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about camera and techniques for developing picture. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow the books after you finish with them? Have you been uh, to the Art Museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit of famous brides. So there, through the end of August, I saw it in the night and I really enjoyed it. I saw it too. It was so fascinating. I read the exhibit that made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about camera and technical to for developing for picture. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Can I borrow the book after you finish with them? Have you been to the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit of famous brass so that through the end of August. I see it in Zona and I really enjoy it. I saw it too. The photography was so fascinating. I wish the exhibit really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about camera and technique with for develop picture. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow the book after you finish with them? Have you been to the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit of famous brides showing there through the end of August. I saw it in the night and I really enjoyed it. I saw it too. It got a photograph so fascinating. I read the exhibit really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn more about cameras and techniques for developing picture. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could you borrow the books after you finish with them? Have you been to the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit famous prize showing there throughout the end of August. I saw it in July and I really enjoyed it. I saw it through art photography was so fascinating. I read the exhibit really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about cameras and techniques for developing picture. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow the books after you finish with them? Have you been to the Art Museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit famous brush showing there through the end of August. I see it in July and I really enjoy it. I saw it too. Each photograph was so fascinating. I read the exhibit. It really made me think more about photography, so I decided to learn about camera and techniques for developing pictures. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow the books after you finish with them? Have you been to the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit of famous brides showing there till the end of August. I saw it in July and I really enjoyed it. I saw it too. Each other was so fascinating. I read the exhibit really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about cameras and techniques for developing picture. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow the books after you finish them? Have you been to the East Museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit of famous press show there through the end of August. I saw it in July and I really enjoyed it. I saw it too. Its photography was so fascinating. I agree the event really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about cameras and techniques for developing pictures. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Go you borrow the book after you finish with them. Have you been to the art museum recently? There's a special photography exhibit for famous prize showing there through the end of August. I saw it in the night and I really enjoyed it. I saw it too. Photography was so fascinating. I agree. The exhibit really made me think more about photography. I decided to learn about cameras and techniques for developing picture. I even ordered a few books about photography. That's a good idea. Could I borrow books after you finish with them?